Alright, let's try this again. Last time we fell. So if we fall, we fall. The Detroit Lions won again. Now, I did see many people with check marks, for whatever that's worth, whether it be on ESPN or whatever, picking the Lions to win 3-4 games this year. And I wasn't super high on them, but I thought 8-8 would be a solid year for them. Like that's what I had them going, at least when I was I don't think I released it on YouTube, but you know, I did do the games. I put the Lions at around 8-8. But they have really shown some heart this year, man. I mean, they tied the Cardinals and everybody was like, oh, you know, because, you know, everybody thought the Cardinals were going to be ass Lions, so they tied. Isn't that funny? LOL. But they beat the Chargers and the Eagles now, man. Like, you can make whatever excuse you want as fans of those teams, but the Lions beat y'all. So, I mean, I respect the hell out of that team. I mean, you look at their team, I don't know how people were thinking they'd only win 3 or 4 games. You got a good running back, Kerryon Johnson. You got Stafford, who, I don't care what people say. I mean, he's not a world beater, but he is not bad. He can win you some games. You got solid receivers. You got a great secondary. You got probably a top 3 corner that gets treated like a top 20 corner in Darius Slay. Big play Slay. I mean, the team is just solid, man. And their defense is it's very good. So they're 2-0-1, and here it is. My guy Hatter's House, for the second week in a row, predicted this would happen, and he almost got the score right on this one too. I think, what it finished, like 27-24, and he predicted 27-21. Like, the dude is on top of it. He knows his stuff. So Hatters, whatever you say next week, I will say verbatim in my predictions, because you sure seem to know your stuff, and I applaud you for being a true Detroit Lions fan. And you know, you should be stoked that they're 2-0-1, especially in that division where you got the Vikings at 2-1, you got the Packers at 3-0, and the Bears at 1-1, who go to Washington on Monday night. I picked Washington to win. I don't know how smart that was. I just had a feeling in my gut. But hey, man, don't sleep on the Lions, okay? The Hatters isn't sleeping on the Lions, and he's been right 2 weeks in a row. So shout out to the Lions. Really happy for you guys. As far as the Eagles, I don't really have much to say about the Eagles. You guys are toxic as hell on Twitter. Like, I think my rant, I don't think I was really making excuses for the Raiders. You know, like, I think I kind of called it like I saw it. The Eagles fan base is probably the worst at just accepting a loss. Like, they can never accept a loss. It's like we lost because, and it's like never their fault. You know, it's either God's fault or the ref's fault or it's never their fault. It's like, if you look at the Eagles squad, they're not that great. They're not the Super Bowl team anymore. They really aren't, if you look at their roster. So, yeah, were they the favorites to win? Yes. Do they have injury problems? Yes. But I mean, the Raiders have serious injury problems. Did you hear me bring up injuries? No. Like all I said was the linebacking core is a little banged up, you know, but that's not why we lost. The Eagles didn't lose just because they've had injuries. They lost because they were the worst team. You know, like, sometimes it just is what it is. So, I don't have much to say about the Eagles. I'm not an Eagle fan at all. You know, I've had Eagle fans just tell me terrible things just walking past me because I was wearing a Raiders thing, and, like, I didn't say anything. So, yeah, I have nothing to say about the Eagles, but much respect to the Lions, much respect to the NFC North in general, and I hope you all have a great day.